Hi Collaborate Elaborate, so this week is our top 10 week. We're going to do a top 10 favourite video games list. Okay, so none of these are ranked or anything like that, it's just my top 10. First one is going to be Zelda Twilight Princess, primarily because it's the first Zelda game that I actually completed on my own. The reason I like the game is the fact that you use the Wiimote as your sword, and one of the things that I always loved about Zelda was the sword fighting and things, and that's why I'm really excited for Skyward Sword, because the fact that you'll actually be able to use it as a sword and fight that way. The other Zelda game that I really like was Zelda Spirit Tracks, which I'm not actually completed yet, but I'm playing on DS at the minute, and it's really, really good. They took Phantom Hourglass and said, hey, it was good, all the controls and stuff we used were good, but these bits were annoying, and so they take the annoying bits out, and you have such a good game. I think if Spirit Tracks had come out first, I think it would have gotten a lot more recognition than it did. And also the fact that it has trains in it. Those of you who know me know that I am obsessed with trains, and yeah, it had a train in it, so I was sold. The next games I'm going to group together as one game. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. The reason I'm doing this is because Mario Galaxy 2 was kind of more like a DLC for the original game. Nintendo said, hey, we want to make another game with the same Mario physics, you know, the space physics, so let's do it, but without the story of the other one, which actually really worked, because the Mario franchise isn't really famous for having a story. The next game, I think Bilby will love the art style for. The game's called Okami, and it was originally made for the PlayStation 2, but it didn't really do very well, and so they remade it for the Wii. Amaterasu, who is a god in the shape of a dog, essentially come to Earth. He is sent to the land of Nippon to basically save Nippon. The way you interact with the world is through your celestial paintbrush, which you use the Wiimote to draw on the screen and paint. And so you paint, like, you can paint in trees and they appear, and you can paint in flowers. And if you draw a circle on the sky, the sun rises. If you're in battle, you draw a line through enemies and it slashes them in half. I've always been very loyal to the Pokemon franchise. I love Pokemon. One game that was really awesome for me was the remake of Pokemon Gold, Heart Gold. Next game, this pretty much sculpted my childhood. This got me into games pretty much. Crash Bandicoot 2, I think you know why, that's such an awesome game. Leading on from that, Naughty Dog ditched Crash Bandicoot and started a new project, which was Jak and Daxter. Their franchise has had some issues with the last few games. However, the first two were the best, and my favourite is the first one. It was a fully open world. It was one of the first games that they had no loading screens between areas. It was literally just, you know, walk along the beach, and you could just walk. You could walk through the whole game pretty much, and get from one end of the world to the other. It just felt like a world, like a real world. Time Splitters Future Perfect. That was such a good game. It was a shooter game, essentially, where your time traveller's going through time, trying to solve things. The voice acting, the comedy in the script is really, really funny, and it's just a really charming game. And multiplayer with your friends, you just have so many crazy characters and so many crazy weapons. It was just really, really fun. Last but not least is Banjo-Tooie, which is the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. That is also probably the first game I ever completed. I feel like they destroyed the saga with the third one, Nuts and Bolts, on the Xbox. I think it looks crap. I've seen reviews and seen videos of the gameplay, and it looks awful. It's not what Banjo-Kazooie is about. I really hope they continue doing Banjo-Kazooie, and I hope they take it back to its roots and make it a good game again, because Rare had a gem there. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!